and welcome to Health Talk here on AETV Live. My name is Ogaga Ikama and I'm your host. Health Talk is your number one health educating program where we get to enlighten you on matters relating to you and your health. And of course, I bring different health professionals to do this with me. Today, I've got Dr. Chidima Wogu, a public health specialist with the Federal Medical Center Asaba Delta State, and she's here to enlighten you and I on cervical cancer. But before we jump right into it, please do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so you will always be notified whenever a new video drops, and of course, do well to share and like this video. Thank you. Now, today's topic, cervical cancer, is the fourth most common cancer in women globally, and that's according to the World Health Organization. So you see, it's a topic worth treating. Like I stated earlier, I've got Dr. Chidima Wogu to do this together with me. Hello, Doc.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What is cervical cancer?
Okay. Cervical cancer is cancer of the cervix. And the cervix is the lowermost part of the womb. All right. It is peculiar to women because men do not have wombs. So it's just women that are usually affected with cervical cancer. So he has already said that is the fourth most common cancer in women, which is very important to note. So women should take cognizance of this so they would know the right things to do, know the lifestyle to to engage in, and avoid the necessary things in order to stay away and avoid cervical cancer.
Okay, so talking about cervical cancer, are there different types of this cancer, cervical?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we have two major types of cervical cancer. We have the squamous cell carcinoma and the adenocarcinoma. So let me break it down. Squamous cell carcinoma is the type of cervical cancer that affects the squamous cells of the cervix. All right, these squamous cells, they line the outer part of the cervix, while the adenocarcinoma affects the columnar cells, also known as the glandular cells of the cervix, and they line the inner part of the cervix, that's the ectocervix. So these are the two major types.
Okay, so having known what cervical cancer is all about and the part of the body it affects, what are the risk factors, the causes of cervical cancer in women?
Yes, cervical cancer is majorly caused by infection with the human papillomavirus, also known as HPV, and this is usually transmitted through sexual contact. Okay, so what are the risk factors? And not just, we should know that it is through persistent infection with this virus. So, but there are risk factors that will increase one's chances of having cervical cancer, and this include having multiple sexual partners, having a sexual partner who has multiple sexual partners or who has been infected with the virus, that's the human papillomavirus. Okay, we also have smoking, we have obesity or overweight. There's also the risk factor of presence of other sexually transmitted infections. We also have low intake of fruits and vegetables. Okay, there is also multiple full-term pregnancies, that is having more than 3 pregnancies. We also have your first full-term pregnancy at below 20 years of age. Okay, so these are basically, and then let me not forget poor personal hygiene. All right, and to add to that, inability to get adequate health care, that is not going from time to time to do a regular checkup to be sure you're free from all of this. So these are the things that can predispose one to developing cervical cancer.
Okay, I'd like to pick on some of the risk factors you mentioned. But before getting to that, one of the things that caught my attention had to do with pregnancies. So you talked about having the first full-term pregnancy in below the age of 20
years.
Is there a medical or scientific reason behind that?